welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and this is a new thing I'm going to start doing, which is a weekly energy spread. And so this week for July 3rd through July 10th, the major things we are working with is that full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd, which is the devil card representing our work, things that are keeping us chained, our goals. And then on July 10th, Mars moving into Virgo. So what I'm going to do is go sign by sign, and we're going to talk about what the energies are just for this week, just honing in on those energies. So meet me back at the timestamp below for each of the 12 signs, and let's go through the week of July 3rd through July 10th. Hey Aries, let's go through July 3rd through 10th and find out what are the spirits and energies you are working through. This is a time of that full moon in Capricorn. Check the description box below for the link to that video. Really important energies around your work. So let's see what we're working with. You do have this Queen of Swords in reverse. And you have this Knight of Swords also in reverse. So you can already see, Aries, big energy there around your thoughts, around some things that maybe you're trying to get done, but people don't want you to be getting them done. Let's pull an overarching theme card to see where Spirit wants us to focus. And you have the 10 of Wands. So Aries, you can already see where this is headed. There's some major decisions that you may need to make this week, especially around your work, but also where is it that you've been putting in too much time, too much energy? Where is it that your spirit guides are kind of telling you, look, you've done a lot of work already, and if people around you are not all gung-ho, are not in it to win it, if you will, it might be time to start thinking of alternative decisions of where you're going to maybe move in a different job, a different career. But there definitely is this sense of some opposition with that Queen of Swords in reverse. Maybe you're not able to make a decision like you would have liked to, or possibly this is your staff, or this is people around you. There is this kind of like motion of not being able to clearly get your thoughts out or clearly make a decision. With Mars moving into Virgo next week, there is also that like, where is it that you need to be organized and be able to have your thoughts together, but you can't because of either people around you, people are like on the defense, but there definitely is an opposition somewhere going on here, and you're getting kind of tired of it, Aries. So don't be surprised if some major upheaval is coming up this week, July 3rd through 10th, but check out your other signs in this video just to see where this lands. Have a good week. Hey Taurus, let's figure out what is going on with the energies for you for the week of July 3rd through July 10th. That major news that's happening this week is that full moon in Capricorn. So anything around your job, your career, your goals, this is a great time for you to get some enlightenment or some more kind of energy around that. So let's see what you're working with. You do have the Queen of Cups in the upright position, as well as the Star card, which is that Aquarius energy, major arcana in reverse. Let's see where Spirit wants us to focus our, our spirit mindset for this week. I definitely feel like you all are going to start seeing some rumblings as we come through July, as we have that node change. So let's see what we're working with. You do have that 7 of Wands. So to me, that's already signifying there could be an area, especially in your career or in your day-to-day, where you've been kind of having some major, not necessarily upheaval, but maybe you've been feeling like you're doing everything on your own. And maybe this week you'll actually start getting some help around the office, or maybe people will volunteer to assist you, Taurus. But there also is a feeling of some emotional support with that Queen of Cups. Maybe a boss, a colleague, someone who has been maybe having your back all along comes along and asks if you need some assistance, if you need some help. With that Mars moving into Virgo on the 10th, 10th. There definitely is a more nurturing side to Virgo. Virgo also, though, wants things kind of in a neat and tidy order. And I definitely feel like with that star card, even though it's in reverse, Taurus, it feels like a lighter week. It doesn't feel quite so heavy. And I feel like that Seven of Wands in reverse is suggesting that assistance is going to be coming to you. You're not going to feel so bad asking for help if you need it, if you need to go to a colleague or a boss or a friend. Definitely feels like you're going to be getting some support, some emotional help. And of course, with that star card, ask your spirits if you're having some kind of upheaval or just needing some help, okay? But overall, I think this week of July 3rd through 10th is going to be pretty light for you. Check out your other signs just to make sure. Okay, Taurus, talk to you later. Hey Gemini, let's see what's going on with you for the week of July 3rd through July 10th. The big news obviously is July 3rd, we have that full moon in Capricorn. So you could definitely have some focus around your goals, your work, your physical world, some enlightenment with that full moon. Check the description box below for that full month July spread if you're interested in that. Okay, Gemini, so let's see. You start off with the Four of Swords in the reverse. And you have the Three of Swords in the upright. So definitely, Gemini, some mental energy going on there. Some of you could be experiencing some heartbreak or possibly something that you've been struggling with mentally. I'm already seeing the universe is showing you haven't been able to take a break from it. But let's see where Spirit wants us to focus for this week. Okay, so you do have this Four of Cups, Gemini, and this is suggesting to me that several of you could need to pay attention to some incoming advice or some input that maybe people have either been trying to give you, or maybe you have been ignoring some emotional help that people have been like, you know, do you want to talk about it? Do you want to take some time off? And you've been kind of ignoring them. And so I will say, Gemini, some of this is pointing towards your health. Do make sure during this week, especially with that Capricornian energy on that full moon July 3rd, suggesting that you take a rest. Several of you have been not feeling well or have been under the weather with that Three of Swords. Many of you could have been going through a hard time, a breakup, or possibly just getting some unsettling news. And the universe is saying it's okay to take a break. It's okay not to be on all the time, okay? There is this emotional support that is available. And with two fours on the ground, I'm really feeling like you need balance. You really need to take some time for yourself. Don't feel like you have to accomplish it all this week. And I really think, Gemini, with that full moon in Capricorn, there is this sense of where is it that maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard. Next week with Mars moving into Virgo on the 10th, maybe that will be the time where you'll start feeling a little better and you can put some things into order, okay? So take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs and see if this plays out there as well. But feel better, Gemini. You're going to get all the strength you need, but it's time to rest up this week. Hey Cancer, let's see what's going on with you all from this July 3rd to July 10th. As you know, we started off July right at the very beginning with that Neptune going retrograde on June 30th. On the 3rd, we do have that full moon in Capricorn, and then we have that Mars moving into Virgo on the 10th. So let's see how it plays out for you all. So you all do have the Four of Swords in the upright position. And you have the Six of Wands in reverse. I will tell you that Gemini did just receive that Four of Swords as well. So if you have any placements in Gemini, go ahead and listen to theirs as well, okay? There definitely is some rest that is needed. Some of you could have been feeling under the weather. Let's see where Spirit wants us to focus our energy. And you have the Six of Pentacles. I like to see that 6 because I feel like that 6 here and that 6 here is symbolizing really good stuff coming in for you, Cancer. I think many of you all have put in a lot of hard work in the past and it's finally paying off. But I also feel like some of you have been putting in too much work at the office and have not had any rest. And so therefore you're starting to maybe feel burnt out. Some of you, that Six of Wands is symbolizing where you you have definitely had people possibly coming to you and congratulating you for a job well done, but it's almost like you can't fully enjoy it because you're not feeling that great, or you're just burned out, like I said. So this is going to be a week, this is going to be a week where that full moon in Capricorn actually is going to highlight some area where you need some rest, some area where, yeah, you've put in the hard work, but what's the point of the hard work if you're not enjoying it, right? So please take some time for yourself, but also congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back for a job well done, as well as that job well done. If this is you giving to someone else, I'm sure they appreciate all of your time and hard work, but also make time for yourself, okay? That's what I'm really getting here with this week. Focus on yourself, really, congratulate yourself, maybe give yourself a little treat, stay in bed 30 minutes longer to get some rest. But overall, I can definitely see where you've been doing some great things, Cancer, but take a break. This week, you're gonna need it. All right, I'll talk to you later. Hey Leo, let's find out what's going on with you with the energies from July 3rd until July 10th. The big news obviously is that July 3rd full moon in Capricorn. So don't be surprised if there is some themes at work, around other people, around your material goals and things that you've been trying to accomplish, okay? Also, Mars moves into Virgo on the 10th, so don't be surprised if next week you start feeling that energy. But let's see what you're working with. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse, and you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant definitely is your energy, okay? And when I say your energy, just meaning like that energy of work and you all feeling like you just can't get enough. Maybe the people you're working with are like wearing you to the bone. Don't be surprised if work-related stuff is going to come up. That Nine of Cups, try to sneak out there, Leo. But let's see what the overarching energy is. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So major arcana card here. Expect a twist of fate this week, Leo. I do think that you could be hearing some news that comes in with that Page of Swords. Don't be surprised if a bombshell or some type of information comes out that was not on your radar, comes out sometime between the 3rd and the 10th of July. There is this feeling, Leo, of it may not be the most pleasant news, because Page of Swords often can be really quick coming in, or just young energy, meaning like new energy, but it's all mental, okay? And with the Hierophant, I'm almost feeling like it's from your boss, your organization. I think that there could be some news this week that comes out possibly about your raises or not getting raises, or an organization change, or possibly some people not feeling that great about like a future vacation schedule or policy changes. There's something coming out, I believe, Leo, in this next week. And if you don't actually hear about it next week, just know it's probably initiating this week with that full moon in Capricorn. It might not play out for a few months before you actually hear it, but just know somewhere in this time frame of this full moon in Capricorn, there's some rumblings going on at work about some new changes that could take place. Okay, Leo? Well, be prepared for that. But overall, I think that you're going to have a positive energy moving forward because you're already forewarned. All right, Leo, I hope you all have a good week. Hey Virgo, how are you doing? Let's look at your week for July 3rd through 10th. Let's see what energies you are working with. We did end June with that Neptune going retrograde, and now we have this full moon in Capricorn here on the 3rd. So anything around your work, your job, your career, your goals could be big themes this week. So let's see what you're working with. You do have the 5 of Cups in the upright, and you have the Queen of Wands in the upright. Okay, Virgo, so interesting energy there. We do have Mars moving into your sign July 10th. So I definitely feel like you all are going to have a lot more action-oriented goals once we get to next week on the 10th. So be prepared for that. That might be some really good energy for you all. Okay, overarching theme, 8 of Cups. So there is this feeling of possibly moving away from something emotionally no longer serving you. I feel like definitely you all are feeling some type of rub this week. I'm not sure if you all get some news from your job or a colleague. Many of you all could have some people around you at work that are planning on leaving, or they could be announcing some type of news. But there definitely is this feeling that some of you are going to hear of some news that puts you a little down. Maybe you focusing more on that news than your own welfare. But I feel like many of you all actually have some really good opportunities coming in. And I feel like it's going to be hinged on that July 10th Mars moving into Virgo, especially with that fire energy. Queen of Wands is that energy of like taking control, but feeling very nurtured and content. I definitely feel like some of you are going to get some opportunities that come in after this unfortunate news is announced. But I don't feel like the news is so much that it's negative. It's just that you weren't expecting it. And maybe, like I said, it's either you are going to be leaving a company, or maybe you just hear some news of someone around you, like a close colleague, or maybe a boss that you like. Someone could be leaving your job. But overall, Virgo, I think this is going to be a positive week, but I think it's going to be a mixture for some, because there can be some sad news coming in. Okay, so take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and let me know how this week goes for you in the comments. Talk to you later. Hey Libra, I hope you're doing well. We are going to see what the energies you are working with July 3rd through July 10th. We did end June with Neptune retrograding, and we have this full moon in Capricorn on the 3rd. So this could definitely bring some highlights or themes around your workplace, your career, and your goals. Okay, so let's see what you're working with here. You have the Hermit in reverse, major arcana card. And you have the King of Cups in the upright. All right, let's see where Spirit wants you to focus your energies this week. We do have that Mars moving into Virgo on the 10th. So that definitely could be bringing in some action towards some of your goals and orienting you to a better place to get yourself organized. So that's really some good energy coming in. And you have the Lovers card. So Gemini energy here, and this may be you and a colleague, you and a friend, you and a romantic partner. There definitely is this feeling of working together with someone to be able to accomplish a goal. I do feel like though, Libra, since I do not see any other people in your other cards, this could be more of a relationship with yourself. Being able to get to a point where you're really content with where you're at. Maybe this has to do with just how you've been feeling lately, but I think many of you all with that Hermit card are going to try and take some time out for yourself. Many of you maybe haven't had time off for a while, or haven't had a vacation. I think that there's a boss or someone who is wanting you to take a vacation or taking some time off for themselves. There is this sense of really needing to pay attention to your emotions at this time. And I feel like whatever relationship this is referring to with the Lovers card, between this full moon in Capricorn and this Mars moving into Virgo, I think you're going to get clear on what friend or colleague, or like I said, it could be a boss, wants you to really take out some time for yourself. And they're really very supportive about it, and they're really very kind and kind of nurturing, saying, take off some time, we'll cover for you. You don't need to put so much time in at the office. So I really think this is going to be a positive full moon in Capricorn. Some of you may find out that you need to take some time out for yourself just because something comes up at home, or something around family members, or someone in your immediate circle that just needs a little time with you. So take some time out. Don't feel like you have to have everything solved this week. Full moon in Capricorn can sometimes highlight goals that you haven't achieved. So those could be coming out as well. So I hope you all have a good week, and I'll talk to you later. Hey Scorpio, hope you're doing well. Let's look at the energies you all will be working with July 3rd through July 10th. The biggest energies happening this week is that full moon in Capricorn happening on July 3rd. I have a full video out for that full moon in Capricorn, so take a look at the description below, okay? All right, Scorpio, let's see. You start off with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, as well as the King of Swords. So lots of mental energy going on this week. Interesting that they're both in reverse, Scorpio. So possibly not getting as much done this week as you were anticipating, but let's see where Spirit wants us to focus our energy for this week. And you do have the Six of Pentacles. So I already feel like, Scorpio, this is that energy of how much time and energy and possibly resources are you giving possibly to other people, but not feeling like you're getting it in return. Many of you all have been grinding away at work, putting in a lot of energy, giving your time to other people. And when I say this could be your job or your boss is asking you to work more time than you like. And for some of you, this isn't being reciprocated. I feel like the Nine of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse is almost suggesting that there's someone of power that has been asking you maybe to do more. You don't really feel like it's reciprocated, but I also feel like some of you are worried about your job, meaning like if you don't put in more hours, maybe you're going to get fired, or you're going to get demoted, or you're just not going to get the recognition that you think you deserve. So I definitely caution you, Scorpio, in this week. Make sure you really keep your mindset in a good place as you enter through this week. I think that full moon in Capricorn is going to highlight somewhere that you're feeling almost like an imbalance, especially with someone possibly with power. But I definitely feel like there's still this opportunity, Scorpio, for you all to still give back without being harsh about it. Just making sure that you're just really upfront. Once we get to July 10th, Mars does move into Virgo. Mars is one of your co-rulers. So I think you're going to become a little more organized and able to just be more succinct and more tactful with your boss or whomever, and just say, you know what, I really need a little break. I'm really like just feeling exhausted, or I just feel like I've already put in a lot of time. Okay, so keep that in mind, Scorpio, as you go through this week of July 3rd through 10th. I hope you have a good week, and I'll talk to you later. Hey Sagittarius, I hope you all are doing well. Let's look at the energy from July 3rd through July 10th to see how this week is shaping up for you all. We do have that full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd, which is going to be the biggest energy this week. And then on July 10th, we end with Mars moving into Virgo. So let's see how that shapes up for you all. You all do have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Three of Pentacles. So a little progression here, both in reverse, possibly dealing with your career, your job. Many of you all have had to take on some new project or been working with others with that Three of Pentacles. And it looks like a decision could need to be had. Let's see where Spirit wants us to focus this reading for this week. So you got the Tower card in reverse. So Sag, don't be surprised if this full moon in Capricorn does bring some type of announcement, some type of information around something maybe you have been working on personally, or maybe you in a group. Since we do have that Three of Pentacles, it is suggesting that it could have been like a group project or a presentation that you have to deliver, could go awry or doesn't go in the way that you were hoping. Or like I said, an announcement, but something you were probably not prepared for will come out during this week, or it will be initiated through this full moon in Capricorn. I do see with that Three of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles, there is this progression of needing to take some time out for deciding whether you're going to go with like one type of project versus another. Some of you, I'm sensing, could be looking for another job, or you have two interviews, or you're having some type of options around the workplace. And I think many of you all, especially the ones who are having to work with a group of people, are going to have to make a decision as to, like, after you hear this news, if you still want to work with these people, if you still want to stay with this organization. There's some type of bombshell that could come out around these next 2 weeks, because, you know, there is a lunation period of 2 weeks afterwards. So I feel like this full moon in Capricorn does bring some type of bombshell news, Sagittarius. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for possibly people in your group not really agreeing, or you having to make some type of decisions. But take a look at your sun, moon, and rising to see how this plays out in the rest of your world. All right, I hope you all have a great week. Hey Capricorn, let's take a look at the week of July 3rd through July 10th to see what is going on with you all. I do see that you all have that full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd. So you only get one full moon a year. So Capricorn, be prepared for some major information or news to come out, possibly around your work, your goals, what it is that you in the physical world has been working on, possibly since your new moon earlier in the year. Let's see what you're working with. So you do have the Hermit card, Major Arcana in the upright, and then you have the Three of Wands also in the upright. So some type of goals that you have set forth look like you may be planning for them, but it also looks like with that Hermit card, maybe you're taking out some time for yourself. But let's see where Spirit wants us to focus our energies for this week. You keep having that like one little card stick out. You see that? All right. So Capricorn, the Four of Cups. So many of you may have some opportunities that you have been missing because you haven't been either paying attention, or maybe someone has tried to console you or bring some emotional healing of some sort over the past few weeks. There is this sense, though, in this upcoming week, Capricorn, pay attention to the people who come in your life. The themes that come up this week could be indicative of things for the future, since this is your full moon. I'm sensing some of you set forth goals back in the beginning of the year when it was your Capricorn season, and many of you all are going to see some of those goals coming true, but I think many of you all are kind of needing a reprieve from the goal setting. I feel like some of you are needing to take a break. That Hermit card, love this depiction of her closing the laptop, like, okay, maybe I need to take a break from the world. Maybe I've been spending too much time on the goals. You know, are you making sure you have work-life balance? Are you making sure like your family and you're not ignoring the people around you? And that's what I'm kind of getting with that Four of Cups. Some of you have been putting so much time into the work life and into the goals, you're kind of forgetting the people that help you on a daily basis from an emotional standpoint. So make sure you're really practicing work-life balance at this full moon in Capricorn. Don't be surprised if these energies manifest themselves over these next few weeks, Capricorn, just because this is your full moon. So do take a look at that full moon in Capricorn videos. I have the link in the description below. All right, Capricorn, talk to you later. Hey Aquarius, let's look at your energies for July 3rd through July 10th. The biggest energy happening is that full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd. So don't be surprised if there is themes that come up around your work, your physical world, goals that you could have set in the past. This definitely could come up at this time. So let's see what you're working with. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the Seven of Swords also in reverse. So interesting energy there with that 6 and 7. Definitely a progression, possibly around someone at work stealing some type of ideas or secrets, information. But let's see where Spirit wants us to focus. So for this week, July 3rd through 10th, look at that, there is celebrations. So really nice to see that after seeing that Seven of Swords, Aquarius, there definitely is a feeling of maybe in the past you did have some issues with some colleagues, some friends, some people at work who were possibly either taking information or maybe not even doing it maliciously, but you had some issues with just some colleagues and working with other people. And now it seems like you all come together in a much better place. I'm glad to see that, because when you get the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Swords, to me, it almost feels like you have been around people who possibly weren't giving the way they were supposed to, or maybe they were taking more than they were giving. There is this sense, especially with them both in reverse, that there wasn't this positive feeling of like sharing resources, or someone was working late and you didn't give credit. There's something around here around like either giving credit or appreciating the people that you give your information and time and resources to. So I'm really glad to see, Aquarius, that is going to be changing. And if this is something that is still going on, I definitely feel like at this full moon in Capricorn, once we get to next week with that Mars moving into Virgo, there is going to be kind of this mood change. I feel like definitely this is where you are going to be moving towards. Even if it hasn't happened yet, I feel like that Three of Cups is going to be a positive highlight as you move forward. So if things are a little rocky right now, Aquarius, just know with a little bit of work, hopefully you can get to that Three of Cups, okay? All right, Aquarius, I hope you all have a great week. Hey Pisces, let's look at your week from July 3rd until July 10th. We definitely have some big energy with that full moon in Capricorn happening on the 3rd. And then on the 10th, Mars moves into Virgo. So let's see how your week is shaping up. Okay, you have the Magician card in the reverse, major arcana there. And the Nine of Cups also in reverse. So Pisces, already you can see that there's some type of energy around what you have been trying to plan, maybe trying to start. You have some wishes that maybe are taking a little longer than you would like, but let's see where Spirit wants you to focus your energy for this week. All right, there's the Seven of Pentacles. So many of you all have a side hustle or a business that you've been trying to do on the side. You're just kind of waiting for it to, take root. You're really waiting for the money to start coming in, new clients to start coming in. Maybe you have a product out there, a new website. You're trying to like wait for visitors to be visiting. There's something around you all have planted some seeds and you're just waiting for them to fruition. But I think that you all are on the right track. I just think it's taking longer than you would like. Full moon in Capricorn, though, is really going to highlight some area of your life where you have put in the energy, you have put in the time, and you've been wishing for it for a while. But with Capricorn, since it is a earth sign, you have to physically do something about it, meaning like you can't just wish on it, you can't just think about it. You need to do some tangible effort to make it manifest. Okay, so that's going to be your job this week, Pisces, is wherever it is that you have been trying to make a dream, wish, or a goal come true, full moon in Capricorn wants to highlight that area for you. So sit down, write out your goals, figure out where it is that you've been planting seeds but maybe haven't gotten the momentum that you would like, because I definitely feel like you're on the right track, but you're going to have to put in a little more effort and a little more intention to make sure it actually starts occurring. Okay, so I think that this full moon in Capricorn is going to be really helpful for you. Once you move to next week, July 10th, Mars moving into Virgo, you're going to have more of that action oriented energy behind you, and Virgo is that more getting organized sign. So I definitely think that's going to be good energy for you. All right, Pisces, I hope y'all have a good week.